Hello? Anyone home? There you are. My dear Jean-Marc, I have looked for you a long time. All these days, I was looking for you. I asked people, they didn't know where you were, they didn't know what had happened. Oh, here you are. Barnabas wrote me, so I know. Here you are, crying, embarrassed, probably thinking the best days of your life have passed. No. I'm not mocking you, far from it. I most likely know exactly how you feel. And it's a terrible feeling. So, it's good that I have come. I just get a drink, okay? It is never good to be alone when you condemn yourself. And when you start telling lies to yourself, believing the devil. So you have done a stupid thing. But should I tell you something? So what? I can see in your eyes that you don't believe me, that you think I have no idea what you're going through, that I've never failed as deep as you. Well, since you won't go anywhere soon anyway, I tell you something. Life has taught me. And of course some of it you know, but it's never hurt to hear the truth more than once. So, let's start where it began, where it began. I loved Jesus right from the start. I had seen him several times, and he seemed not to have noticed me. But then that one morning, I was mending nets with Andrew, and suddenly he was there, and he was looking at us, seeing us, seeing me. Not just the physical strength or the capacity as a fisherman or my wits. No. He saw me. And he liked me. Not mere approval, no, he really liked me. And he wanted me to be with him. So, there was no hesitation. When he asked me to follow him, I just dropped the nets and I followed. Yeah, of course I had no idea what I got into. But the first weeks with Jesus, they were astonishing. You have heard about it, all these miracles where he just healed the sick and he cast out demons and rose the dead. And it was astonishing. But it was very interesting that even though these big miracles happened, there were no guarantee that faith would be the result. Some believed and many didn't. Yeah. I think you can see and hear a lot. But unless it touches your heart, there won't be any transformation. No. Do you know which miracle touched me most? When Jesus healed my mother-in-law. Yeah, you can say maybe because one of the first, but rather I think because, I really love my mother-in-law. And I mean, when we came home that day, and I saw how much she suffered, and so much pain, and there was nothing I could do. I just stood there, and there, Jesus came, and with a mere touch and a word. I loved Jesus before, but after that, all was added. Of course, in the coming years, I did many mistakes. Yeah. Often I was just too hasty, or I did many things wrong. But, all in all, my days and my life was filled with Jesus. I was so excited, and so enthusiastic. And I thought, I want to get whatever Jesus is willing to give. Yeah. You washing my feet? Oh, no, Jesus. Otherwise, I don't have any part with. Lord, not just my feet, also my hand and my head. I'm yours. I'm yours. One of us will betray you. Who? Lord, I don't know about the others, but I will never, ever betray you. Lord, you can rely on me. If I have to, I will die for you. Jesus, I will never, never disown you. You think you did something terrible by deserting Paul and Barnabas in Pamphylia. I disowned Jesus himself 3 times. No, I don't know that man. No, I don't know that man. No, let God curse me if I lie. I don't know that man. God did not curse me, but it certainly felt like it. I cried so hard, I thought I would never get over the disappointment I had become. I had failed as a disciple, as a leader, as a man, as a friend. I cursed myself many times. But God never. Jesus, he did not look at my performance. He still just looked at me, deep into my heart. And, I didn't know that at that time. I thought that was the end. And I went back to my boats, to my nets, fishing. Just as you have come here into this room, being silenced. Yeah. It was night. I was sitting in that boat, doing what I could do in my sleep. I had become a nobody again. No more challenges. No more getting out of the comfort zone. This would be the life for me. And I had nobody to blame, just me, and just no expectations anymore. And the night seemed to prove me right. We didn't catch a single fish. Nothing. And then there was this stranger at the shore. Sorry? Speak up, we can't hear you. No, we don't have any fish. You can go to the market in a few hours. You will get some there, yeah. Andrew John, a little quiet, he's still talking. So, thanks. Did you hear what he said? He suggested we should throw the net on the right side of the boat. Then we would catch some fish. As if. You know how I hate it when strangers tell you how to do the job. Andrew, are you actually doing what he... yeah, I can help you. Yeah, nothing else to do right now. Okay, let's do it. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Great. Are you seeing that too? My goodness, so many fish, so many. What a catch, what a catch. Andrew, hold the net, don't let it slip. Let it quick, and one, and hold it. We won't be able to get them all in our boat. We will need some help. What do you say? It's Lord. Jesus. It's the Lord. At that moment, I didn't think about what I had done. I just seeing Jesus there at the shore, standing, being alive, calling to us, helping us, seeing us. I didn't think about my failure. I didn't think what I did. I just grabbed my garment. I took it on and I dove into the water and I swam as quick as I could. Yeah. But after a few strokes, I slowed down. Starting to wonder what Jesus would say to me. And also wonder if he actually had called me. Maybe he just meant the others. So I swam as slow as I could, and when I reached the shore, Jesus had already prepared breakfast, and the others were there, so I just joined, and he didn't say anything at that time. But somehow, then after breakfast, I really don't know why, but suddenly Jesus and we were just by ourselves, and I thought, now it's coming. Now he will ask, Peter, why did you do it? Or he would say, Peter, I told you. I was right and you were wrong. Or maybe he would even ask, so Peter, what's your plan on showing that you're still worthy? He didn't ask anything of that kind. Nothing. He asked only one thing. Peter, do you love me? And that I did. And I do. Yeah. And John Mark, this is actually the thing Jesus is asking you right now. Do you love me? Wait, why are you looking away? Pardon? Your embarrassment is too big. There's no hope for you. No, John Mark. Don't think of Jesus just as a nice man without consequences. No, I have seen him on that mountain in all his glory and majesty. He was so holy we could hardly look at him. No. Jesus is not just a man. Jesus is God himself, I tell you. Yes, I tell you. But his love and power he showed as a real man here in the real world. Jesus knows exactly how hard it is to live a pure life here on earth. He understands. Should I tell you something? You know, after I had told everyone who wanted to listen that I have nothing to do with that criminal, Jesus looked at me. The rooster crowed and Jesus looked at me, and do you know what I saw in his eyes? Do you know what I saw? Understanding and love. No condemnation. Understanding and love. The devil condemns, but God's Spirit convicts. You still don't believe me. You still think you are unredeemable? Oh, don't give me your self-pity. Do you know what it is? It's pride. You think yourself and what you have done is too big. Don't you dare to make Jesus small, that he's not able to deal with what you have done. Should I tell you something? Jesus was not surprised when you did it. Even more, Jesus knew that you would do it. And do you know why? He had already died for it. At the cross. Yeah. So whatever you have, your weakness, your mistakes, your failures, your shame, your guilt, your fear, your thoughts, your deeds, whatever you didn't do, and it doesn't matter, it's done. It's dealt with. It's dealt with. So do not give it the power it doesn't have any longer. John Mark, you are a free man. Free to live and love and thank Jesus for what he has done. He waits for you. He does. He does. And he has plans for you. Oh. Don't ask me what these plans are. I have no idea. Really, I have no idea. And please, do not try to find out your future by comparing yourself with others. It wouldn't work. I have been there. Jesus. Just one more question. John, will he also feed the sheep? Will he become as an important leader as, or maybe even more important? I just want to remind you that he and James, they said they would drink the cup you were drinking and that they would get baptized. James drank the cup. He lived up to his words. He was executed and killed for Christ. And I, who disowned Jesus 3 times, I got rescued by an angel out of prison and still live. You know, John Mark, maybe you will just be a witness to a few people, and in 100 years, nobody remembers you. Or you write a book about Jesus. And then, wherever the gospel is told, people will read that book and remember your name. We don't know, John Mark. We don't know. And it's good that we don't know. Really, in fact, it's a here and now we live. And we have to rejoice in Jesus. We have to focus our eyes on Jesus and enjoy the fellowship with him. So please, get up. Eat something. Get back to life. Yeah, get up. Here, And I will give you something to drink. Wonderful, wonderful. Here. Just get back to life. Yeah, and, here you go. I remember the many meals we had with Jesus. Of course, especially the one before his suffering. Do you know what is strange? People start calling it the Last Supper. It wasn't the last, After Jesus had risen, we had many more meals with Jesus. I mean, do you know when we were all in this upper room, totally afraid, didn't know what happened, and suddenly he entered, nobody knows how, and do you know what the first thing was that he asked us? Do you have any fish? Jesus just loves to dine with us. I mean, in the breakfast I told you about all this, the dinner he had with the two people in Emmaus. Yeah. I mean, we had so many meals. And Jesus, he promised that there would be a huge banquet table in heaven when we meet him again, and that we would meet him every time we would have the bread and wine here on earth. And then, we need to remember that we are dining with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He wants to bring us as many friends and acquaintances and enemies as possible. It's a huge banquet table, and there are still many empty seats. So let us not linger. Let us not linger. The world needs people like you, John Mark. People who have been broken and restored again. There are many, many empty chairs.